Hey, what's up? It's been a while since I've posted here, but doing something kind of interesting right now, so I figured I'd share. So, this is a quick little update on my Jonsbo N3 build. So, I've changed some things. Before there was a server slash super stripped down power supply in here. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the fan to keep quiet, so I had to switch it back for the Seasonic gaming power supply, which is a very solid power supply. This is definitely more reliable than the other one, but a little bit more expensive. The other one was $30. This one was more like 130. So here we have some adjustments. Recently, I put in the Tesla P4 card. It's fantastic. Power to volume ratio with price included. It's probably one of the best cards on the market and readily available. I added some foam spacers between the SSDs just so the connectors wouldn't have conflict. It works pretty well. Keeping it in the upper chamber didn't change the temperatures much either. They always sit around like 38 to 42 degrees Celsius between the lowest and highest. In terms of storage though, it does have 100 terabytes of storage in total. Most of these are either 10 or 12 terabyte drives. These are my older drives, and I'm more than happy to put them to use. This is currently working for me as the 4K server, along with hosting some game servers. There's about 64 gigs of RAM in here. It's relatively power efficient. At idle, it'll only draw about 50 watts, which is perfect. So, what's the plan? Plan is to take this single X16 slot, bifurcate it into two X8 slots, and then using this riser cable, I'm going to bring it up a little bit, and given that the P4 and this Mellnox Connect X3 SFP Plus card are half height cards, I should be able to mount it onto the brackets. Now, should is the key word here. I'm not sure if I have the space or the tolerances to be able to fit this in. And another thing, I'm pretty well versed in server hardware, but I never realized that when it comes to the connectors on half height cards, they are oriented, this screw hole is oriented in the opposite direction as on full height brackets. Interesting. So, well, that's enough yapping for me. This is probably going to take a while, so better get at it. So, this barely fits, and this is one of the problems with ordering online. You can sometimes get something that's slightly different to what you asked for. This was supposed to be a 90-degree PCIe fitting. Not that it would have helped, but at least it would have been what I asked for, and maybe I could jimmy it in a different way. So, this is kind of unfortunate. I feel like it'll fit, and I also feel like it might work. However, I'm more than expecting PCIe errors, some of them correctable, some of them not. If I do get a whole slew of them in the logs, I'm going to go back to just having the P4 in here. However, it's a little bit fun sometimes trying to have your cake and eat it too. So here are the SSDs. Here's the P4. There's the Connect X3. It's already bifurcated in the software. This should be like the end game for this setup as a whole. The only thing I can think of, I can't think of anything to upgrade other than maybe taking that 1 terabyte NVMe and making it a 2 terabyte NVMe, but I have no interest in doing that because a lot of the purpose of the builds I do is to min-max, and a lot of this min-maxing comes from old enterprise hardware that I got for cheap, like these 4 2 terabyte each SATA SSDs, $50 a pop, for Micron 5200 Eco. I think they're the Eco variant, but regardless, yeah, I'm hoping this works. So I've got my fingers crossed. Let's see how it turns out. Getting the BIOS and the boot screen at the same time is a little bit weird, but all in all, let me take a closer look at that.